Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and we are going to do our E's Friday fun freebies today. Every time I say that, I get tickled at myself because I have to slow down to say it because I try to keep from getting my tongue tied up. So your freebie for yesterday were these envelopes, and they're vintage envelopes, and I have just done a little bit of extra to them. I put these little lines in there and the little stamp in there, and you know, the cancellation postage, that kind of thing. This one is the back side of the envelope, and I added some of my little, as I call it, faux old tape on there. And then this, and then here I just added a little colorful stamp and some of these cancellation things, just to play around with it. But we are going to make some things out of these. I've already gone ahead and cut mine out and inked them because I didn't want to have to do that on screen with you guys, because you guys know how to cut out things. Now I'm going to use some old envelopes. On the envelopes, all you need to do is make sure that you have the flap still on there. If not, you can use it, but you'll just have to put something on there for it to be a flip, because this is going to be kind of a flip thing. Flip a thingamajig. Let's see, I think let's use this one. I kind of like the looks of this one right here. Let's use that one on here, and I'll probably make 2 or 3, and I may make some other variations. So all I'm going to do is lay that on there, and then I'm going to trim my envelope off to the size of the top envelope. The envelope off to the size of the envelope. There you go. All right, and then on this end, I'm just going to open that up. So I'm just going to cut a teeny tiny little sliver, just enough to open it up on this end. There we go. And then this flap, we're not going to need all of that flap, so I'm going to cut part of that flap off. Now this kind of thing doesn't need to be cut straight. You can just cut it with your scissors, or if you're real particular, you can go ahead and put it on your cutter, but I think it will be fine. I'm going to pull this little extra piece off right here because we don't need that on there. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and, since that side is curved in like that, I'm going to go ahead and do this side the same way. And I believe I'll cut this down a little bit because I want this to be a pocket, so I don't want it to be very close to this fold right here. So I'm going to cut that down, and I probably will on this use my trimmer, because if I don't, I'll go really crooked. So let's just stick this in the trimmer. Let's see. I think I'll cut it down about that much, and I'm just cutting about a ½ inch off of it. That should be fine. Yeah, there's my fold up there, so that's good. Now, this doesn't have to come down over this, so don't worry about that kind of thing. What we're going to do is, this is going to attach to that little flap right there, right at the top where that folds. This is going to flip down over this, and then when you open this up, there's going to be a pocket here. So what we need to do is find some paper that we can cover the back of this and this, so that it makes it all one piece. Plus we want to cover here too. So let's see. I got this, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe that. No, don't know if that's going to be wide enough or not. Let me see. Let me move those out of the way. Put that down there. And hopefully y'all can't hear my little fan. I got a little fan going because it's a little bit muggy out here today. It's supposed to be quiet, so maybe it is. That is just going to make it, I think. I'm going to go ahead and put it down. If it's a little short, we can always fill in. Now I'm going to go ahead and put glue on here. Okay, got glue on there, and now I'm just going to, I think I'll lay it this way, that way I can kind of see where I'm at. And I'm not going to press it down until I pick it up and look and make sure that I'm right at the top and right at the edge. There you go. So we've got that glued to that, and that will flip up. And now what we want to do is cover this and this. And I just want to cover it with something like this so that you can have that writing room and it won't be just white. So let me make sure. I think that's going to work, so we'll see. So I'm going to put some glue down through here. And I've not seen this done anywhere else, so my brain just kind of thought of it a little while ago. Sometimes my brain does things like that. And then sometimes it shuts down totally, so I never know. Never ever know if it's going to be a good day or not. Okay. Now I'm just going to use my little bone folder and press that down real well. And I got glue a little bit lower than I needed to, so I'm going to wipe that off because I don't want to close my little pocket. There we go. Now these papers that I'm using are a little bit rippled on the edges. So I am going to make sure that I flip it over and just go over it real hard with that bone folder because I want that ripple to be out of it. And there you go. And then I'm going to trim this part off. And then I have a little bit of white showing there, but I'm going to ink it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I can ink over that and it'll cover up that white. Alright. Yeah, that covers it good. Now we just need to put a piece of paper down here and then we'll start doing some folding and we'll show you how this all comes together. So what paper are we going to use? I may just grab some out of this little book, and this book came from Temu, I believe, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just looking for one that's got a little bit more down here at the bottom because that's the part that's going to show. And maybe a flower or something on there. I kind of like that one. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I like that one. I like it. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to put it past my fold. So how are you guys today? Everybody having a good weekend so far? I hope so. I rested in today. I was tired from keeping the kids and the grand dog. I was wore out. I'm not used to that kind of stuff. Alright. Got that on there. We're going to trim it off. And I'm going to trim a little bit past the end of that because I want to fold that over as well. And then we'll just fold that. Go ahead and glue that down. These are quick and easy, but I think they're so cute. I made a couple this morning just to see if my idea was going to work. Okay. Now let's go ahead and fold wherever that was folded before. Okay. Put it right there. And then we'll fold this top down. And sometimes if I can't still see my score line, I will just put another one in there. It doesn't matter. There we go. So let's give everything a good burnish. You don't have to do the back side because that's going to be glued down. Now, if you're not going to glue yours down, of course you can do that. But, and I think I'm going to trim this a little bit off right here. It's kind of bugging me. Don't know why it's bugging me, but it is. Okay. Now I'm going to glue, let's see, do I want to put a pull in that? I don't think so, because I got enough room that I don't need to put a little open in there. We're going to glue these two sides down. And then make sure they're glued well. And there is our little flip up. So your envelope will flip up, and then you've got a pocket here. And I'm not going to pull on it because it's not completely dry, but you've got a pocket down in there. So that will just flip up in a pocket. Now you could put this on your journal in many different ways. You could just glue it down to your journal like this, you know, on each side and the bottom, and have another tuck behind it, or you could put it, you know, on the side, something like this. I don't know if that, no. Well, yeah, if you covered the back, that would work. You could cover the back, and then you could flip it up, and you'd have a pocket here. And then on this side, you could have it to where that would just flip open and have another little tuck, which I don't think I'll do mine that way, since my envelope is in the front like this. And I want to call that a postcard, because that, to me, that looks a little bit more like a postcard. But either way, postcard, envelope, you can do it with any of them. I saw a little piece that wasn't glued when I opened that up. I'll glue that down. So that is your little flip up envelope right there. Quick and easy, but I think they look cute. Now we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of embellishing on this. I can't talk today. Have you noticed? I'm embellishing. Some days are just not good days for speech. Let's see, what shall we put on here? I think, and I know I use these flowers a lot, and I have people ask me about them all the time. We have them in the store from time to time, but right now we're sold out because they don't last long. Even though I get like 50 or 100 at a time, they go very, very fast. When people see them in there, they're gone. So we've got more on order. So when you see them in there, grab them because they won't last long. All right, I think I'm going to put that down there. I like that flower on the front. And under here, I may just put a label. I don't know if I'll put another flower. Or I may just put a label on there. Or I could put a butterfly. It's possible. See if I have one in here that would work. Well, that little butterfly doesn't look bad, does it? Could be flying off to that flower there. Or we might just use this blue one. I think I like the blue one better. It stands out a little bit more. So any butterfly that you have, you don't have to have any particular items. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this white from around this butterfly. You don't have to do that. It will blend in pretty well. But since this butterfly is real blue and the background is a brown, I'm going to cut it off. Got that cut off. We'll go ahead and glue that down. See if I can get the edge up here. And I also have questions every time I use it, this pick tool, as to what this is and where can they get one. This one that I'm using is not in stock anymore. They discontinued it a while ago, and I have tried to find a place to get more, and there's just not any out there that I can find. They do have them in different styles. We actually have one that's in our little bundle of, let's see, it's not this one, but it's one like this. You get 3 in a bundle, and they're called embossing tools, and one of them has a real sharp pick on it. So you can use that as well. I just happen to pick this one up just about every time, and you can see it's been well loved. It's all bent and everything because I use it a lot. But you can use that. If you don't have anything like that, you can use one of those push pins. It's got a pick on the end of it. Use what you have in your stash. But if you want some of those that like we have, you can purchase those out from the store. They're just called embossing tools, and it's 3 to a set. And one of them has a sharp point on it. I use it when I can't find this other one, so I mean, either one of them works. Now I'm just going to, I think I'll just put that right there. There we go. And that will show when you close that. Now, let's go ahead and put our flower on the front. And I'm just pressing that score line down so that it'll stay. Let's see. Yeah, this one's about worn out. I about wore the little end off of it. I use it so much. I think Cricut has got, you know, a little pick tool too that would work. If you have a Cricut, you probably got a little tool of that. So that is that. Isn't that cute? I like that. Now you can round these corners if you wanted to. I think I'm just going to leave that one as is. And I don't want to put anything else on this front because I don't want to cover up all this vintage writing and things. So I think that's it. And I'm just going to glue mine down, you know, on the back side. Here, here, and here. I'll put it down on my page. I'll have a tuck behind where I can put a tag. This will flip up for all this journaling space. And then I'll have another pocket right here. And I need to ink that up a little bit so it shows a little bit better. There we go. Alright, so that one is finished. Let's go ahead and do this big one maybe. One of these big ones. Let's do this one. This one is written in another language. I have no idea. So let's see if we've got an envelope that's going to be large enough, or if I need to go and find another one. Okay, I changed my mind on the little envelope cover. I'm going to use this one that doesn't have a lot of writing on there, and we're going to do a side one that flips to the side instead of the top. We can do it better with this one because there's not a writing that goes one way or the other, and we can decorate it any way that we want. So let's do this one. I'm going to go ahead and trim this envelope off. And then go ahead and trim this little bit of a bit off at the end. And the reason I do that is just easier to open up and put your paper on there. You don't have to do it, but I found it was a little bit easier for me to open it up. Then we'll cut this off some. We don't need all of that flap on there. And this little edge. And then this I'm going to cut off. And it's a little bit of at an angle anyway, so I'll just kind of even it up maybe. Alright, there we go. Looks pretty good. Now this, since we're going to do it sideways, we want this to be this way. Put it down like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put my glue on here. Alright, so that will flip up. Then we need to find a piece of paper that will cover this. And I may have to go back into my stash. I don't think I have one that's big enough. Let's just use this piece of journal paper that I printed off. So I think we can use that there. do some trimming. I'm going to go ahead and trim that little jagged edge off there. Okay, so that is that one, and I'm going to go ahead while I've got this like this. I'm going to go ahead and fold that just so I can kind of see where my fold is and what I'm doing. Right, and then we need to cover this. Now, if you want to, you can work with the side with the opening. I don't want to, so that looks a little crooked still. So I'm going to trim it a little bit different. I may make it worse, but that looks better to me. Okay, we need a piece of paper on here. Let's go ahead and go back to this little journal. That might be pretty on there. Well, that's a little booklet that, like I said, I think I got that from Temu on one of my hauls, I believe. And I am going to, let's see. Yeah, we'll put that on there like that. Now, I have another Temu haul that's ready, but so far they haven't got back with me on posting it, so I won't post it until they get back with me. I think the right now the internet's getting saturated with Temu hauls and things, so I may just show you guys what I got in a, in one of the videos, not a particular Temu haul video, but just a little video, show you what I got and what I'm using. Oh, look what I did. I cut that off, and I didn't mean to. I was going to fold it over. Oh well, it's done now. But I may not do very many more hauls for them because, like I said, I think things are getting kind of saturated, even though I do like their products. And as you can see, I use a lot of them. Okay, something looks crooked, so let's see what we've done. I folded it a little crooked, but I still got some trimming to do. Yeah, the sides are a little bit off here, so we're just going to trim those down a little bit. Now, I did go this way with this paper, but that's okay. It doesn't really have that much of a direction. There's things going in every direction, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'll go ahead and do my bone folder on the back side just to get that pressed down well. And now, since we're going to flip out like this, what we want to do, well, first we want to glue this down. Put a little ink on here and glue that down. But what we want to do is put our images, our decorations, our ephemera, whatever you want to call it, on there. Okay, there we go. Now we can put our image here. So what are we going to put on there? Let's use a little piece of this book page down the side, maybe. Just until we can figure out what else we're going to do on here. Okay, we got that. Let's find a label. I'm still thinking, that's why I'm procrastinating like I am. Still trying to decide what exactly I want on there. Okay, I don't mind that label because it goes with that little stamp there. And I think I am going to have to put a flower on there. One of these clear flowers, because I don't know if I have another one that's going to leave this where it shows. And I want that to show. So let's just dig in here and find another little flower. Oh, now I like that. I can still see my stamping and all of that, but I do have the flowers on there, so I don't mind that at all. Let's do that one. So we'll go ahead and glue this down. And I'm going to put him right there. Then we'll put this one on. Yeah, somebody said they liked these flowers, but they had such a hard time getting the back off. I can understand that. If I didn't have my little pick tool, I would have a hard time too. I just happen to have that, and it makes it so much easier. So just find if you don't have a little pick tool, anything like that, if you've got one of those big push pins, that would get it off too. Oh yeah, I like that. Now, let's do our little washi here. We need a little piece of washi just to hold our flower stem down. And let's see. I'm not going to waste that little piece. I'm just going to stick it right here on the inside. Doesn't matter. All right. Oops, I keep turning it the wrong way. All right, and then up here, I think I'm going to use some of that other washi. Grab a little piece of this. And I think we still have some of this in stock if you're interested. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so that is that one. It flips that way. And I'm going to go ahead and ink in here. Cute. I like that. So that's something different that you can do with your little envelopes, the freebie. You could also just use just the envelope as a pocket if you want to. Just glue it down to your page and have that as a pocket. It's just a different idea. I also did this one that I just backed and put, brought some of that backing to the front and just added some flowers and things on. So there's many different things that you can do with these, and they're just fun to play with. And you can use up some of your little papers and things. So that is it, guys, for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to go over and download your freebie. I'll have it linked below, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.